Welcome to our ceremony. I got to find a card really quick. I know it always takes everyone a minute to get on, to come on live. So I'm going to give us a few minutes for everybody to get situated. Everyone, I mean me. I want to find the world card so that we can have that out on the altar. Here it is. Welcome in, everybody. This is sad. I don't know why it's not opening up my chat. Oh, there it is, my pop-out chat. Hello. Oh my gosh, there's all these comments. Sue, Heidi, hello, everybody. I'm just going to say hi to everybody who's in. I'm so excited that you are here. I'm going to move this over. So great to be here with all of you guys. Okay, I wanted to show this to you because this is kind of like the theme of our night. The world, and this card's really beat up, but it's about celebration. Look at everybody. There's this abundant table, and everybody's saying cheers, and it's a celebration. It is a celebration. I'm going to set that right there. You guys are going to see the altar here in just a moment. I'm just making sure I have everything. Okay, hold on one second. All right, are you guys ready to celebrate? I'm so excited. Oh, okay. I just have to get my incense. I didn't have that set up. Cheers to everyone here. Let us know what you're drinking tonight. I've got a very deep, dark, dry Merlot. I got my crown right here. You just wait. It's in the works. It's coming. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys make me laugh so hard. Going with the spiked chai tonight. Yeah, let me know what you guys are drinking. I usually love doing tea, as you guys know, before the ceremonies. But it just is such a night of celebration. I almost feel like this is kind of like a precursor to Thanksgiving. I made all this food today. I've been baking bread and making stews, and just I weeded my garden, got my hands in the dirt. It was just a really cool day. So while we're all kind of getting comfortable here, I want to just take a minute and talk about the importance of doing ceremony on full moon. So there's definite manifestation power that happens when you do ceremony on the full moon. The full moon, I always like to do just a brief description in case anyone here is new. And I know that there are a lot of new people here, and some of you might be sitting with your families who are like, what's going on? So I just wanted to kind of explain why we even do this on the full moon. The moon has a pull to this planet. We can see that in the way that it pulls the tides of the oceans. It has a magnetized pull. And when it gets full, it really affects bodies of water. It affects energy. It affects trees and animals, and it does affect us. Back in my 20s, I was a nurse working in the medical field, and we always had more babies being born on full moons. There would be more traffic accidents. Unfortunately, there was just a lot more that would go on in the ER and just things going on during the full moon. So it really does affect us. And the way that I've come to understand it is the moon is just like light. When you look up there at the sky, it's light, and wherever light shines, things are magnetized. Sorry, they're magnified. So when the moon is a new moon and we can't see it at all, we go within, we go inside, where we pull that hermit energy of going within and meditating and doing our internal work. And then through the phases of the moon, it gets bigger, 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 bigger. And that is just like a magnifying glass, just getting bigger, getting bigger, getting bigger, until when we get to a full moon, we're at full magnification, which means that what is said and done under the full moon can be magnified. Everything is bigger. The waves of the ocean are bigger. I don't know if you guys have ever been fishing, but the fish will jump on the full moon, right? Like my dad was a Wyoming guy. He always said the fishes always jump on the full moon. They jump out almost into the boat, So there's just more activity. So we harness this energy by being very intentional about it, by being very conscious about what we're doing. Now, in the confines of a ceremony, we are magnifying that even further, because we're gonna make a little circle here with everybody, and that circle of light extends through time. So if you're watching the replay, you are in this circle. You will feel it too. And space. I have people all over the world that will watch this, and we'll sit in this beautiful ceremony. And whenever you have people that gather together with a common interest or a common theme, it actually magnifies that even further. And then you'll see the way that I call in the 4 directions. This kind of creates a very safe circle and a safe space for us to do our manifesting in. Okay. Now, I have a lot of people that ask me, well, on a full moon, do you release? Do you, because a lot of people think that you release on the new moon and then you create on the full moon. And some people actually believe either way. I actually look at the astrology of things, and I say there are some moons that you do releasing in and some moon that you do creating in. Tonight, we're going to do just a little bit of both. And so, there might be a little bit of element, and it depends on where you're at. If you're in a place of like, I need to release, you're really going to get a lot out of that part of our ceremony. If you are someone that's like, I really need to celebrate and create more, then you're going to get a lot out of that part of your ceremony. So it's a personal relationship that you have with the moon. I tend to stay away from people that are like, it's supposed to be like this. My teachers, my mentors, my gurus have never necessarily told me that there's a wrong way to do anything. There's an enlightened, you use wisdom. If you understand how the moon works, then that's how you work it. So speaking of the astrological part of the moon is in Taurus tonight. And Taurus is a sign that a lot of people relate to lavish comfort. Oops. Taurus is an earth sign. So we're dealing with themes of earth, which is money, education, abundance, food, herb, spice, anything that would grow out of the earth. And then money, your career, accomplishments, success. Taurus is very success driven. It's very grounded, and they're hard workers. Taurus is like the bull. So think of like the bull in the pasture pulling, the wagons, or, they're hard workers. And so tonight we are celebrating our hard work and our abundant harvest. And that's kind of the name of the ceremony, is the abundant harvest ceremony. I also wanted to give a shout out. I featured a candle this month. And by the way, before I even go here, I want to take a moment and say that I always recommend using tools for these ceremonies: crystals, candles, oils, incenses, drink, food, mindset, whatever it is. And I just want to let you know that there is no right or wrong way to do that either. I have people that literally are laying in bed right now. They don't feel very good, and they've got nothing. They're just going to sit here and watch me do it. The reason I felt passionate to even start doing ceremonies like this is that I want to teach people how to use these tools and how to harness the energies of the full moon. But I also am showing you what to do. And so it's okay. I mean, I happen to have been born with a knack for this. Like I literally, when I was 5 years old, my mom walked in on me and I was like having a ceremony with my stuffed animals. Like I was born with this knowledge. But I also have loved going in on other people's ceremonies, and I've learned so much from seeing how other people work their ceremonies. So this is kind of like you can observe and learn and know that I'm doing everything here on behalf of you. So everything's by proxy. As you see me do things, I'm doing that, and you can receive the benefit of what I'm doing here at my altar. Okay. So don't worry if I'm like, here's this candle or here's this crystal. If you don't have it, just know that you're here, you're participating. We're going to start our circle here in just a moment, and you're going to be benefiting from everybody's work tonight. So on that note, we've got our beautiful candle here from Hippie Yaya Candles. And this is called Abundant Harvest. And if you guys have it, you know what I'm talking about. This smells amazing. We're going to do some candle work with this tonight. And I might as well show you our altar so far. Let's see, I'm going to move a couple things around here so you can see all my Abundant Harvest. Now, some things that you could put on an altar for tonight. We talked about maybe putting money, cash, because, I didn't actually put any money out here, but, things that really, and look, you guys get to see up my nose because I'm sitting over a mirror. That's awesome. So the reason I'm using a mirror is that mirrors magnify. So tonight we're celebrating abundance, and we're going to be creating even more abundance. And so I've got my stuff on a mirror. You can see my crown here. That is a symbol of my abundance and prosperity. And that Taurus energy is just that comfy, yummy, luxuries, enjoying the luxuries of life type of energy. So that's where we're at tonight. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just burn a little bit of sage here, and I'm going to do something called cyber smudging. So if you have sage at your place where you are, you can light that now if you haven't already saged yourself. I'm just picking off a little bit here. I don't need to burn the whole bundle. Sage is very cleansing. Scientists have already, or I should say have finally, discovered that it actually kills bacteria and viruses and funguses. So not only does it clear your energy, but it also clears all the bad stuff, So I always like to sage my altars here. And everything that I'm going to be using, candles and oils, my wine. Have you ever saged your wine? It's a good thing to do. For those of you who know how to like run Reiki energy or run energy out of your hands, you can bless your wine. It actually changes the way it tastes to me. If you've ever held your wine and actually blessed it, I always feel like it tastes really good after that. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is light some incense. Now, everything I'm doing right now is preliminary. Honestly, it's not really that necessary. I always like to clear my space. Tonight, I'm going to be burning cedar wood because that was one of the suggested scents for tonight. Ceremony starts before we do ceremony, because it's really important that we do have part of ceremony is setting the space. It is getting a glass of wine or a cup of tea, or making sure that you're really well fed, making sure that you have water. It is making sure that you feel comfortable in what you're wearing, which is why I was joking I might come on in like a bathrobe or something. You want to make sure that you are in a place to where when we close our eyes and we go within tonight, that you don't need to be fixing things or worrying about anything, that you feel really comfortable. And these things put an ambiance in the air. Ceremony should somewhat be part of your playing. I play at this. I'm like, what are we going to do? It's fun. So again, taking away the right, the wrong way. It's just, this is fun. You can play with all these magical things that you might be walking through in those new age stores and not knowing what to do or how to do it. So this is how we do it, or one way you can do it. The other thing about ceremony is that the more of your senses that are stimulated during ceremony, the deeper you're going to go, the more you're going to get out of it, the more you're manifesting power, I guess I should say. So we have a taste, we have a smell, we have a feel, we have a sound. That's why I play a lot of music. There's all of the senses that are going to be brought into this in order to conjure up what it is that we're wanting to conjure up. Okay. So one of those things is oils. And so tonight I suggested oils that are kind of woodsy. I'm also going to be doing cedarwood oil. And I am a doTERRA person. I love their oils very much. My son used to work in their corporate offices. I've worked in their corporate offices. Oh my gosh, cedarwood is the best. And then I also have some fir here. If you guys ever want to talk oils, I'm always here. I'm not here to sell it, really. I don't really make a big business out of it. But so if you have oils, you can do that. We're also going to be anointing your candle with oils. So if you don't have essential oils, you can get coconut oil or olive oil to do that. Oh, that is like walking through a Christmas forest. Fir and cedarwood. Beautiful. Okay. If you guys want to do my normal, if you've been here before, you can do my body anointing if you want. I'm not going to do that with these particular ones, but if you want to anoint your body with an oil, here's how it goes. You put a dot on your eye for the things you're going to see, a blessing for what you see. On your throat, a blessing for what you say. Rub your ears, a blessing for what you hear. On your heart, a blessing for what you love. Okay, see, speaking, hearing, and love. And then we put it on the insides of our wrists for what we're going to do, a blessing for what we do here in ceremony. And then on the insides of your ankles, a blessing for where you go. It's nice to anoint yourself in the morning before you get up. It's a blessing on what I see, on what I say, on what I hear, and what I love. A blessing on what I do today, and a blessing on where I go. And that's how you can anoint your body with oils. These particular oils are very, very potent, and I don't feel like having them all over my body. My hands is good enough. Okay. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to be lighting another candle for us tonight before we get into the anointing of our harvest candle. This is just simply a candle that I like to use to invoke just the energy of God, Goddess. Now, as I'm doing our invocation tonight, whatever you pray to, whatever is your highest self, that's what you would be wanting to put here. So I'm going to have everyone take a nice deep breath. I didn't need to do that, but that was like a little tone therapy there. Father, Mother, God, Lord, Creator, all that is, thank you, thank you, thank you for this beautiful opportunity to show up here tonight in our abundant harvest ceremony under this abundant harvest full moon in Taurus. We are all so grateful to be here today, and I ask that you look into our hearts and see our gratitude and our humility and our excitement for being here. I ask that a second circle of angels surround us tonight, that we feel the presence of love and light here tonight. I ask that any blocks or disturbance in our energy that would inhibit us from being completely open to your bounty, abundant harvest, that we be adjusted, that we be lovingly attuned to the abundance that you are, that we open ourselves not only up to our hard work, but for everything that the universe is trying to bring to us. So help us to let down our guard and let down our judgment on what we think we're worth. Help us to remove our blocks, our sabotage, the voice in our head that tells us to stop when the universe just simply needs us to take one more step. Please help us open up and receive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Next, I'm going to be calling in the 4 directions, and this is a way to balance the elements of our circle and also to create a beautiful boundary into our circle. So just continue to breathe and feel the energy of the circle as we're creating this. And if you feel like facing the actual directions, if you know where you are, as I call them in, you're more than welcome to. I call forth the guardians of the East, element of air. Air represents our thoughts, our wisdom. And tonight I honor the wisdom within each one of us. I ask that our thoughts begin to slow, that we begin to step into this ceremony with a mind that is present, that we put up a boundary to our mind that says, not now. Now I am here. There's nowhere else I need to be. There's nothing else I need to be doing, and there's no one else I need to be in. I am right here, right now. I also am intending that the element of air balance our thoughts, open our mind, and help us to breathe tonight. And the direction of east represents the rising of the sun, new things coming in. And so as we honor the east tonight, I also honor the new wave of love that washes over all of us now. Thank you, guardians of the East, for being here. I call forth the guardians of the South and the element of fire. Fire represents our motivation, our drive, our creativity, and our sexuality. It's our belly laughter. It is the element of celebration, of excitement, of heat. And so tonight I ask that we be motivated from this ceremony, that we be driven forward in powerful ways, that we are able to express our creative nature and not be afraid, because this direction of South is the direction of courage. It is the afternoon of life. It is where there is no hiding, no fear. And so I call forth courage and bravery tonight for everyone. Thank you, guardians of the South, for being here tonight. I call forth the guardians of the West and the element of water. Water represents our emotions, our feelings, our intuition. And so tonight I ask that our intuition be heightened, that we really feel a connection to the universe tonight, that we really start to feel, not just know, but feel in our hearts, in our bellies, in our bones, where we need to be. Water is also the element of purifying. And so tonight I ask that we be purified, that we be cleansed, that anything that does not serve our highest good in moving forward be removed from us lovingly, with ease and flow. And the direction of west is where we say goodbye to the sun. And so I ask that we are able to easily say goodbye to anything that no longer serves us tonight. Thank you, guardians of the West, for being here. I now call forth the guardians of the North and the element of earth. That is a big theme for our ceremony tonight, earth. We give thanks to our food, our clothes, our cars, our homes, everything we need to live a physical life, our comforts, we honor here in the North. But the North is much more than just our things. It also is the mountain. It's the majesty of the mountain. It is the deep caves. It's the roots of the trees. It's old wisdom, earth wisdom. It is where we honor Mother Earth, who has known every single event that has ever taken place on this planet since it became into creation. That is wisdom. And the energy of north is the nighttime sky, the stars, and of course, our lovely moon. And so tonight I call forth groundedness, earth wisdom, and the magic of the night into our ceremony. If you want to go ahead and just place both hands up, I want you to begin to visualize a beautiful light coming into your body through the top of your head. This light is coming directly from Source. It has everything you need in it. It has all of your peace, all of your love, all of your light. It has all of your joy. It has all of your answers and clarity. And I want you to inhale that light down, and I want you to see that go down through your head, down through your neck, and over to your left shoulder. On that next inhale, I want you to see it go down that left shoulder, through the arm, and out of your left hand. And your intention is that that light is going to flow into the right hand of the person who is, through time and space, sitting next to you. Perhaps you're in a room with more than just yourself, and so that would, of course, include the people in the room that you're with. And as you are visualizing that, begin to feel that tingling sensation or warmth or that energy adjustment coming in through your right hand. And as you inhale again, I want you to see that light coming up through your right hand, up into your shoulder, crossing over into your heart, and then out of your left hand again. Now, this light is pure. So it is okay. We're not sharing each other's energy. You're not putting your energy into this. We're all channeling light right now. So it's okay. It's safe. You're not going to catch anyone's bad energy germs. This is not anyone's energy. This is Source energy that is flowing through us to one another, which is absolutely beautiful. Now, you can, if you want, you can intend that a high vibration go through. For instance, maybe you want to ask that Source put love or peace or healing or abundance into this light. And you can bless our whole circle by just intending that wonderful things go through that light. Tonight we celebrate. We celebrate what we have accomplished, and we get out of the judgment zone. For the remainder of this night, and I hope for maybe your whole life, you are going to omit the word should. You are not going to use the word should have, or should, or shouldn't have. That word no longer exists tonight in our circle. Tonight is only about what we have done, even the small things. So you can go ahead and the circle is set. You can move your hands if you want. I'm going to talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing, and then I'm going to walk us through a very deep and beautiful process. So I've got to move this candle. Just move it there. If you took a moment to prepare and you wrote down some things that you accomplished this year that you're proud of, I want you to go ahead and do that now. Sorry, you can get out that list. If you haven't, then as I'm talking here for just a moment, you can start to write things down. You know, if you haven't, it really is a good idea to go back through your calendar. Go back through your calendar, go back through your journal, and just look at where you were back in January. Look at the things that maybe you were struggling with. Are you still struggling with them? Look at, this is just kind of an assessment time, right? For as we wrap up the rest of the year. Um, this list is something that I want you to have kind of at the forefront as we begin to wrap up this year. And if you haven't written the list, I want you to just take a minute, and we're all just going to take a minute here and kind of close our eyes and go within. And I want you to just kind of acknowledge yourself for something that you've done this year that you're really proud of. Now, being proud of ourselves was basically trained out of us as children. As babies and toddlers, we're always proud of ourselves. When you took your first step and everybody cheered you on, when you went to your first day of kindergarten, you brought home your first piece of artwork. But at some point along the way, we stop cheering each other on. We start saying, no, you shouldn't be so proud of that artwork. Everybody's doing it. But somewhere along the way, the energy of you just being proud of yourself was trained out of you. And part of the reason why you might be stopping your success and stopping your or sabotaging in any way is because of this issue, because we don't ever take time to reward ourselves. We don't take time to be proud of ourselves. And human nature, just being a human, we need to have some sort of reward in order to keep going. Otherwise, why would we keep going? If there was never any finish line, eventually you're just going to quit the race. No one can just run forever. And so one of the things that is a big part of tonight is seeing that you have actually crossed many finish lines that you haven't acknowledged yourself for. And that if you feel like you're quitting right now, it might be because you have accomplished a lot, but you haven't given yourself any sort of reward. You haven't given yourself any sort of props. And so then we get tired because in our minds, we've just been running. And there hasn't ever been an award. There hasn't ever been oh my gosh, I did it. There's never been a summit. Why would you continue climbing a mountain if there was never going to be a summit? And so I've written here, think about how let's see, how can you continue your momentum if there are no rewards? And I want you to really think about what you need to do to reward yourself. And when lack and limitation and issues come up, that is your training, and it's incorrect training. You have to retrain your mind. For a human being to think that they don't deserve something as a memento for their hard work, you weren't born with that. And that's not God's language at all. God is extremely generous and giving. It's all energy that is creative. So there is no blocks there. There is no lack. So if you're thinking in lack, you know that's not divine talking. So I want you to think about right now, what are you going to reward yourself for? I have a business coach who brought up a really good point a while ago. It was a couple years ago. She's really big on name brands. I'm not really, I'm so whatever, but Chanel and Prada and those kind of things, they were like really big for her. And I asked her one day, why are name brands so big for you? And I loved her answer. She said, when you are an entrepreneur, when you work for yourself, you don't have a boss or anyone who's going to go, employee of the month, or you get the good parking space because of all your hard work, or here's this incentive. A lot of corporations will give like incentives, like you can get this watch or you get a trip or whatever, right? Even if it's just a raise. And she goes, oh, I don't have that. I don't have that thing on my door that says CEO. She works out of her house. She goes, the only thing I have is this label right here that says Chanel bag. And when I walk around with that, it's like that's my door that says CEO. I worked for that. It's that that thing that I got, my dad worked for a very big pharmaceutical company, and everything was branded, right? He had like the Rolex with like Pfizer written on it, right? Like cufflinks and stuff, the briefcase, whatever. And so she had this as like her reward. She's like, I work really hard, and this is what reminds me that I'm the boss. And it lets everybody else know that too. Now, she's a very high vibrational person. So if you've got something coming up in you that's like, this is really low vibe, that might not be your reward system, but you do need to have something. So maybe you're not a CEO of your business, but maybe you're the CEO of your life. And maybe just getting out of bed this morning was really fucking hard because we are in the middle of a crazy retrograde and it's a full moon and life is hard. You need to give yourself some sort of memento, some sort of something that says, I rocked my day. And it's okay for me to go, see this? It means I rocked my day. That's why, when you have people that go through AA and they get their coins, that year coin is huge and they're allowed to be proud of it. And everybody rallies around, they go like this, right? That's amazing. And if you think that's why people stick with that program is because there is a reward every month that you're sober. You get your coin, you get to stand up, people, cheer for you. We need to do that in all the areas of our lives. You didn't kill your kids today? Mom of the Year award right here. I remember years ago, oh my gosh, this was my kids are older now, but when they were like younger, I literally went to the store and bought certificate paper and I printed out Mom of the Year and I stuck it on my fridge because I'm like, I need this. I need to be acknowledged and recognized as a good mom right now. So I did that for me. My kids thought it was so funny and they didn't disagree. But sometimes you just have to do that. So I want you to think about, this is big. If you really want to honor this full moon, you're going to think tonight what you're going to do. What is your reward for your accomplishments? And your accomplishments don't even have to be finally done yet. Okay? Like I'm in the middle of a huge project that is taking me way longer than I thought it was going to be. And the other day I was like, you know what? I'm halfway done. I need a reward. And that's what kept me going. So let's get into our process tonight. I want you to go ahead and just close your eyes. Again, just kind of go within. You can start to visualize that beautiful white light coming in through the top of your head. And see it filter through your body. And just kind of get snuggly. Remember, the energy of Taurus is like comfy and cozy. Just kind of drop into your body. Feels good. I want you to imagine that you have two angels that are just appearing in front of you. Bright white light, powerful presence. Powerful in a way that makes you feel completely loved and accepted no matter what. These angels are so unconditional. Unconditional. You can really just let everything go. You can let your belly hang out. You can just let everything go. They don't judge you. They love you. They love you. These are your guardian angels. And there's always something so soft and familiar about your guardian angels. And I say familiar because they bring forth that essence of home, of heaven. And also just that familiar feeling because these angels have comforted you countless times throughout your life. They've really been there for you, and it is their pleasure to be there for you. They were created for this. So every time you connect and commune with your angels, you're actually really honoring their purpose. And you're allowing them to really live their purpose. I want you to just begin in your mind. I'm going to give you just a moment here to tell them what you're proud about. And they're going to think it's amazing no matter what, right? Because they've seen you. If anybody knows your struggles, it's your angels. If anybody knows what you've been up against, it's your angels. And so I want you to begin to imagine that you're just tell them. Like I said, I'm going to give you a moment to just tell them what you're really proud of about this year. And as you're talking to them and you're telling them how you are proud of yourself, I want you to see that they begin to get brighter. And that bright light is their happiness for you. They are so happy for you. And all of a sudden, in back of them, I want you to start to see some more angels that are showing up. In fact, there are rows and rows and rows of angels that are appearing in back of your angels. And they're all so bright. They are all so happy for you. They're excited. And you start to hear something that kind of sounds like ocean at first, like it's white noise. And then you realize it's applause. They're applauding you. As it becomes clearer and clearer in your ears and your mind, you start to hear hooting and hollering and cheering. And some of them are chanting your name and they're cheering for you. You have never felt so appreciated and so seen and loved. Open up and receive this appreciation. Because these angels understand the nature of the world that you live in. Many beings throughout the universe call this world the lowest vibration. It is one of the densest places in the universe. And here you are, warrior. Here you are, brave enough to get out of bed in the morning. Just putting your feet on the floor is a huge deal. In a world where there is literal war and murder, you get up and you face the day. And you smile at people. And you let them in front of you in the grocery line. And you're not perfect. But you have a deep love for people in this world. This world, this low, dense place, you love people here. You can get frustrated with them, and there are some jerks out there for sure. But you're a light worker, you're a warrior, and you're here. And if you did anything more than get out of bed today, that was a huge human accomplishment. If you got in the car and went anywhere, if you took a shower, if you fed your body, if you fed anybody else's body, like your kids or your animals, if you went to the store, if you went to work, what did you do today? In a world that is really, really dense, you're amazing. You're amazing. This is why they're so excited about you. There's not a lot of expectation on what someone can do on this planet. There isn't. That expectation's on you. I mean, you're the one that puts that expectation out there. They're just happy that you're here shining a light. That's it. That's all you have to do. So if you've ever done anything more, if you've ever made someone laugh, if you've ever made someone smile, you've gone above and beyond. You're amazing. That's why they're cheering you on. That's why they can see your strength. That is why you're a badass. Not everybody, not every soul in the universe incarnates here. You do. Because you're amazing. So I want you to feel appreciated even for the small things. You have already exceeded the expectations for your lifetime. You have already exceeded expectations. Everything you do from here on out is a bonus. Wow. And that hard expectation you have on yourself, that's put there by you. So let's talk about you. Let's talk about your life. As you're sitting here meditating with your angels, I want to remind you, last month we had this garden analogy, and it's okay if you weren't here last month, but we talked about releasing anything from our garden, our life garden, that no longer was supposed to be there. And last month was a big release. This month, we're looking out at our garden, and I want you to just visualize that now you're standing with your two angels and you're looking out amongst an abundant garden. It's beautiful. Everything's ripe, everything's being harvested, representing the harvest of your life. All of your hard work here, here's the fruits of your labor. Now, this is the part where we get really honest with ourselves. You've gone a long way. You've done incredible things. And yet, there might be a part of you that feels like something's missing. Still, and that's okay. You can be grateful and excited and feel like a badass about your life and still feel like something's missing. That's okay. We're always creating. You're made in the likeness and image of a creator. So you're always creating. And so if you're always going to be creating, there's always going to be something that is going to call for you to create. So there's something maybe about your life that you feel like is missing. You know, like a little corner of that garden that you just think, the crops just didn't come up over there. Where do you feel like there's still a little bit of lack in your life? Because we have a beautiful abundance. We want to even that out. We want to balance your life. We want your next harvest to be full, completely full. So where's that little piece of your garden that you think, that just didn't come in? Now, it's important that we don't judge ourselves. It didn't not come in because of any other reason other than that's nature. Sometimes seeds don't take. But we can still plant some seeds tonight. When you think about the area of your life that you feel like you're still in lack, you feel like something's missing, do you feel it somewhere in your body? Does the lack of something put tension or stress somewhere in your physical body? If it does, I want you to get in touch with that, and I want you to just move it around a little bit. Where are you feeling tension in your body due to feeling like something just hasn't taken off, it hasn't grown completely yet, that crop just hasn't come in? The lack of that might be causing tension in the body, and I just want you to move that around. You can do that in a meditation. And I want you to really direct and focus more light into that area of your body. We don't want you to get stressed out about the lack, because all it is just information. You're just gathering information right now. You're being a responsible human. You're being a responsible farmer, gardener. You're looking out on the beautiful abundance of your life. You're cheering yourself on. You're letting yourself be appreciated. You're rewarding yourself, and you're looking at information. What do I still need to work on? Is there a part of my garden that just I need to learn how to farm this better? That is just information. So we don't want to get stressed out and tense about it. We just want to read that as information. That is what we're going to be working on tonight. So when you're ready, I want you to go ahead and open your eyes. And we're going to start to do some manifesting work with our candles. Just trying to get my chat back. There we go. Okay. Your abundant harvest candle. I love it. You want to have something that you can engrave into the side of this candle with, okay? So you can use a pen if you'll never use that pen again, just so you know the wax is going to get all up in the pen. You'll never use that pen again. You can use a paper clip. You know what I use for this? This is so funny. Do you guys have doors in your house that like lock and then these like little things? I always put them on like the top of the doors to unlock doors just in case anything gets locked. That's what this is. It's a lock pick. But you can use anything pointy. And like I said, using pens is not a bad idea. Toothpicks might work. Sticks. Or like I said, like a paper clip. But what you want to do is I want you to engrave on this candle what is the area of your life that you are calling forth. So I don't want you to engrave lack. Okay, so let's have this discussion. Let's say you're feeling a lack of romantic love. So you would put the word romance or soulmate on there. So basically it's you got in touch with kind of what you're lacking. You want to now, we're going to plant the seed tonight. We're going to manifest that on our abundant harvest candle. Or if you have another, if you weren't able to get this one and you have another candle that you want to do this with, you can. If you're feeling like a lack of positivity, you can put positivity on here. You want to engrave, and you can engrave as many words as you want on this thing. So we're going to take a moment and just, with our angels still in our space, really just kind of put here what we are going to be manifesting. If you guys have any questions, you can ask them on the chat. Tammy's love, that's really pretty. I like how you said you want to be in love and light. Want to be love and light to everyone. Love that. It's a little messy. What's a little wax though, right? Give us just another minute here to just write all of the things that we're going to be calling forth. Oh my gosh. Those of you who have the abundant candle, can you smell that? Like as I'm etching into this, it's like getting more and more fragrant. Oh my gosh. This is something else. I can literally picture anything in an abundant garden and smell this and then see it. Like apples and pears and grapes and pumpkins and squash. I swear I smell cucumber. Like I smell everything. Leaves and berries. Oh my gosh. I don't know how she did it. Cinnamon. Try it if you have the candle. It's so funny. Think of anything you'd see, like sunflowers, like in a fall garden. What would you see? And you'll smell it in this candle. It's so great. Can't wait to tell you guys about next month. Okay. When you are ready, you want to take some oil. And like I said, if you don't have essential oils, you can use olive oil or coconut oil. Ooh, I'm going to do fir for this. Oh, is that too Christmassy? I don't think I'm there yet. Okay, we're going to do cedarwood. I'm going to do my cedarwood oil. Now, anointing a candle, all you have to do is put a few oils in your hand. And you're just going to rub it along the places that you just etched in. And throughout the whole candle. And it's okay if like sometimes the wax will kind of like go together and you won't be able to see the word, and it's okay. Oh, Heather, you're so sweet. Yes, Linda, your candle is more amazing. I always like to get the bottom of it really good. I don't usually put oils in the top, just along the edges, and that's just anointing it with that oil. And then we're going to go ahead and light the candle and do a little bit of a process here. Can you guys see my candle? I have my chat thing in the way. Hold on. Oh, you can barely see it, huh? Hold on. Oh, I guess I can do this. There we go. Okay. I'll just do that. Okay. I have been waiting so long to light this candle. Okay. We're going to let that burn for just a moment until it hits the wax. As soon as your flame hits the wax, I want you to just lovingly gaze back into it and get yourself back into that centered place. And this is where I want you to really work your magic. See and feel you attaining everything that you put on your candle. We're going to take just a moment here. And as you gaze into that flame, I want, just like what we do in ceremony, and we put, how does it taste? How does your manifestation taste? I know that's a weird question. How does it smell? When you see yourself with the things that you've etched into the candle, how does it smell? What are you smelling? What do you hear? What's going on around you when you get this? When you have what is in the candle here, what does it sound like? What do you hear? What are you saying? What's coming out of your mouth as you've manifested this? What are you seeing? What are you feeling? And I want you to just take the next minute to gaze into this candle and just be all of the senses of what it is that you are planting tonight. When you get it, when it happens, again, what is it going to taste like? What's it going to smell like? What's it going to feel like? What's it going to sound like? What are you going to be saying? What is it going to feel like? Put yourself fully in that moment of attaining this. And I hope you're smiling. Because it is going to feel so good when you get this. What is this going to do to your life? Like, what is this going to do for you? What are you going to get out of this? How is it going to affect everyone else in your life? You can start seeing everybody else happy for you, right? What is the ripple effect of this wonderful thing, this part of your garden flourishing? And the more you can be present with the feeling of attaining this, and remember, it is a full moon. We are in ceremony. You have the attention of the entire universe right now. And you are excitedly putting it out there. This is the vibration right here. And the universe is saying yes. Take a moment here, and I want you to begin to feel abundance raining down on you. Just raining on your abundant garden. You know that smell when your garden gets wet with rain? That's your life right now. Totally blessed. All these blessings of abundance raining down on you, feeding and nourishing these seeds that you're planting tonight. And here in this moment, with your eyes closed and visualizing everything coming to fruition, there is no lack of your garden right now, because you can see it. You can see that it's coming. You can feel it. You can taste it. So that image in your mind of that garden, everything is filled in. Nothing is missing. It is full to the brim. How does that feel? How does that feel? Bring your hands to your heart in prayer position. We're going to take just another moment of silence as you commune with the universe, as you commune with God and Goddess in gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Deep gratitude here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Go ahead and open your eyes when you're ready. We're going to leave your candle lit for this next part. The final part of our ceremony is working with the crystals. Tonight we are working with citrine, carnelian, aventurine, and our beautiful dragon stone. So this little sphere here, or any dragon stone that you have, we are going to be using throughout the rest of the year. So we used it in October. It's also going to be November and December. It's a really wonderful stone to help wrap up the year. There's so many health benefits to it as well. I don't want to go much into it. But tonight what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take all three of these stones, and my aventurine says prosperity on it. And I'm going to go ahead and anoint these with cedar wood as well. And I'm going to use this part to give my gift to you. As I'm anointing these crystals, these blessings are things that I really wish for you, my friends. So all three of these speak abundance. And so, of course, I am definitely working my energy to put into your pot, your manifesting pot. I say yes, add more energy to what you have written on your candle. I also see you completely surrounded with gold coins falling down around you, piling up around you, so that prosperity and wealth are very balanced in your life. That you have that safety and that security in your financial world. I also see health for your friends and for your family and for you. Prosperity is more than just wealth. It's also health. It's an abundance of health. And I see an abundance of energy that you can get things done. Citrine my stone of courage. So I wish for you and I bless you with courage and bravery, that you have the gumption and the courage to go after what it is that you wrote on your candle. That your third chakra be fluffed up and bright at your center, that you feel strong in your center. And carnelian, a blessing on your family and your relationships, the abundance of joy, a healing in your family and a healing in your relationships so that you can have an abundance of peace in all of your relationships. Those are my blessings for you tonight. I just want to put that into your pot. Okay. Now, here's the deal with your candle. We're going to blow that out. And when we blow it out, I want you to pay attention to what direction the smoke goes, okay? If you know your directions, if you know which way is east, west, it doesn't matter. Or we can go left, right, front, back, or if it goes straight up. When you blow your candles out, the direction that the smoke flows can be a message in itself. And so we're going to blow out our abundant harvest candle. But, for the next round of nights, you can go from the full moon to the new moon if you want. Light this candle and spend a moment looking at what you etched here and doing exactly what we did. You're going to be feeling, smelling, tasting, hearing, and whatever you need to do, come to your candle. And that is just like putting more, seeds into the ground in that area and work that out. I like to do it in moon cycles. I like to do this from I'll be using my candle from the full moon to the new moon, to be doing that specifically. So, and every night just lighting it. Remember, you don't want to leave candles lit overnight. That's unless it's in a thing like this. These are meant to go for days. So with gratitude and with excitement, right? We've got to have an excitement because we're celebrating. We are celebrating everything you have, and we are pre-celebrating all the things on your candle. We're pre-celebrating. So when you blow that out, I want your breath to be coming from your heart. I want it to be coming from like, woohoo! Ready? Go ahead. Oh my gosh. My smoke went everywhere. So it's probably because I have my air conditioner on right now. But I'll go through the directions really quick. If you went, we'll say that in front, we'll say like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to do by directions, okay? If it went north, then you've got more work to do. You're going to get your hands dirty doing this, but you're going to love it. If it went south, you need to get more excited about it. If it went west, you've got some emotions around this thing that could be good or bad, could be blocks or not, but there's some emotions around it. And if it went east, you need to do some positive affirmations. You need to be affirming. So be more excited, friends. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close down this part of our ceremony here by just respecting the elements and the directions. I'm actually going to put music on for that. Are you guys excited for what's coming? Oh my gosh. All right. Guardians of the North. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for bestowing upon us the safety and the security of the earth, for being our North Star, for sharing with us some direction for where we are to go. Thank you, Guardians of the North. You are now released from the circle. Guardians of the West, thank you for being here, for providing for us the energy of releasing anything that no longer serves us, for honoring our beautiful emotions tonight. Thank you for being here, Guardians of the West. You are now released from our circle. Guardians of the South, thank you so much for being here in our circle, for being that drive and that motivation, for helping us to feel courageous and enthusiastic and excited about the future, and for being that sense of celebration that tonight really is. Thank you, Guardians of the South. You are now released from our circle. Guardians of the East, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for bringing forward a new idea, a new concept, new thought, new positivity. Thank you for giving me the words to say, and thank you for being here. We now release you from the circle. And with that, my loves, I offer you the world. It is yours. I want to just make a toast to all of you. You did amazing work tonight. I am so proud of you. Remember what the angel said. It takes a lot even to just get out of the bed in the morning, let alone put on some earrings and put on a crown. Life is hard, but you are strong, you are brave, you are amazing. And you showed up tonight, not only for you, but for everyone you know. The ripple effect of everything we've done here tonight will continue going on and on and on and on. Oh, before I do a little thing here, let's disconnect. I love you all, but I want to go to bed with you. So everyone, put your hands back up. I'm putting out a ton of gratitude into this circle. Just want to rejoin one more time. I can feel your excitement. I can feel your celebration. I can feel all of your accomplishment. I can't wait to see how you guys are rewarding yourself going forward. Remember, rewarding yourself is important. It'll help you continue on. You can pre-reward yourself for the things you put on your candle too. So with that, we're going to go ahead and just put our hands down as a symbol that we wish each other love and light and everything right. And it is always so fun to connect to you guys. I got to restore my chat here before I finish up. Okay, now I'm going to do a toast. So if you have water, tea, whatever you want, I really do toast to your clarity, your liberation, and your abundance. Cheers. And with that, I am sending you so much love, so much light, and everything right. Thank you for coming tonight, you guys. Happy full moon. Good show. Good show. Happy full moon.